Today I'm going to show you how to change the leather seat cover on your Volkswagen Atlas. Today I'm just going to do the bottom. The top here is still pretty good, so I'm not going to worry about that. But right here we've got some separating and also some rippling right there. Alright, first we're going to take these bolts out.
The socket you'll need here is a triple square M10 to get those off. Next, go ahead and move the seat all the way back so you can get access to those front bolts.
Alright, so now that you've got the seats unbolted, you can kind of tilt it back. There's some carpeting here. Just pull all this back and you'll access the electrical connectors. The red one's obviously just for your regular seat controls. Tabs on the back. That one's super easy. Now the other one is the yellow SRS. So if you can see there's a black tab on the back. You slide it up. It's kind of hard to film and once you pull that up, it just slides out right out like that. And then you'll just be able to pull all that out. The seat is now ready to pull out of the car. Alright, so now I've got the seat here. Just gotta figure out how to take it off. The first part is gonna be this one little, I think it's a T27. Mine was very loose. I didn't even have to use any kind of like socket wrench or anything, but it's just gonna go like right there.
Next, you'll have to get this kind of clothespin connector off the metal rod so that the plastic trim can be released. I believe you just have to kind of pull up at it as you release the tab. It's kind of like a two motion. Next, this is by the seatbelt buckle itself. There's a piece of plastic trim there. There's these little rivets that have a little push pin, and you just kind of push them through and they should release. If you're careful, you should be able to reuse those like I did.
So here's a quick overview of the underside and how it kind of attaches. It has these clips that kind of get locked in there. And I think what I'm gonna do, since I have the new cover already, I'm just gonna cut out this fabric right here and then just pull this off because it's pretty tight. I'm sure there's a specialty way to do it, but I'm just trying to do it as a DIY approach. You can see here I just kind of cut here just to show you this tab that's really seized on there. What I'm going to do is just, you kind of have to break the seal. Get it out from underneath that, because man, is it tight on there. This through. Here's just a quick look at these little side panels here, why they were so tricky to get taken off. They've got that little hook there that's really hard to get off.
And here's me prying the seatbelt buckle side. On the bottom, there's these two little plastic clips you'll have to pop out. Just use a pry tool and they should come right up. If you're careful with them, you could probably reuse them.
Just like before. And then once I worked all that, I got good access. So you can see here, I'm gonna cut the hog rings next. All right, so now you're to this point where you pulled it through. Now you just need to get these little hog rings Let's see if I can get that on camera. And just here's those little rings right there. You'll have to cut them. Should be free.
And here's just a quick montage of me cutting out the rest of the hog ring clips. I recommend getting some good pliers with some good leverage. Mine were a little on the small side, but they got the job done. The back clips were actually the hardest to get to, so just be careful and patient.
Now the next part is to get these little holes right here and put a hog ring in it. So what it is you put these little metal rings in here into this tool, like so, and then you're going to go in and crimp it, and it'll hook onto the metal parts inside the car.
I didn't record all of the hog ring clipping process. It's kind of pretty straightforward. You've got some on the vertical side and some on the horizontal side. Once you got them all in, then you can kind of start wrapping around the edges and start getting it ready to do that final clipping on the bottom. Don't worry if you're seeing any kind of wrinkles right now. It is still brand new, so once you start getting it kind of clipped down the bottom, some of those will work their way out. Or you can also use a little bit of heat with maybe like a heat gun or a hairdryer to help kind of iron out some of the wrinkles, but I didn't really have any issues.
So this we need to tuck back down to the bottom because it clips at the bottom. Use a pry tool. It needs to be down there.
And here you see me installing the first of that actual J clip, if you will. This back part for some reason is the hardest one out of all four. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was just because it was my first, but I eventually got it. You'll know when you have it secured in when you hear that snapping sound, making sure it's fully seated.
So now I'm going to go ahead and start putting on this clip here, and you kind of have to reverse it. So you have to tuck that in. And get it on that channel. Just like so. Alright.
And here I am putting that side seat control back in. I never had to unplug anything, I just kind of had it dangling to the side. No real issues there. I didn't show it earlier, but on the seat controls there's actually this plastic rivet like I showed you earlier. You just gotta put the rivet back in and then the center little bar back in as well, and it'll hold the trim in.
There's a hole here and one here. So we're gonna slip that over.
Same story for this little piece of trim next to the seat belt buckle. There's one on the bottom, and then there's one right here that was a little bit of a struggle, but you kind of just have to kind of almost bend it to a certain angle it needs to go in, and it'll hold it tight. And now you just need to carefully get the seat back into its place. I put the floor mat there so I wouldn't have scratched the car. Honestly, I probably should have been a little bit more careful with the door panel, but no big scratches or anything. Just go slow and take your time. It's pretty heavy, so it's not so easy to do. The seat itself has little pegs to help align it back to where it's supposed to go. Now you just torque it back down, connect the electrical connectors, and put the battery back on.
And just look at the after. Nice, supple, brand new leather. Let me know if you have any questions.